back. Hope everyone's having a great day. This is the final video, 5 reasons I hate the NISMO 350Z. So number 1 is right there. I don't really like these headlights. They are so freaking big. They remind me so much of the MR2 Spider. They are huge. If you look at like a new Mazda, you can really tell that the newer look of cars, headlights are small. I remember my friend, I brought one of these over. I was borrowing it from my friend, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, the headlights are so big. They are huge." I think they are actually bigger than my MR2 Spiders. They are really big headlights, like, I mean, huge. And you can see that they kind of changed that going forward with the 370Z, and they'll probably continue to do that. But this is just what the era looked like. This is what the era looked like. They're just really, really big. I mean, these ones are cool because it has the black. Yeah, so number 1, those headlights, they're huge. I don't much care for them. That's the reason I hate this car. 1, it's hard to hate this car, but those headlights are huge. Next is, I don't really care for the seats. I was mentioning that I do like that they're bolstered. I really do. I just don't like the look of them. They're not sporty enough, to be honest. It doesn't match the car. These look like Nissan Altima seats or something like that. So I don't really care for the seats. So number 2, I don't really like the seats. They should have made them more sporty. It's cool that there is bolstering right there. It's cool that they're red, but this does not look race car at all. So they should have done something better. Take an example from the Lotus ELISE. Those seats are really sporty. The Caros and the Evo, really sporty. These ones did not do it for me. Even being the NISMO versions, these ones didn't do it for me. So number 2, I don't really care for the seat. So the next one's kind of funny. We'll just turn, we'll put the key in real quick. So next one's kind of funny. This is like a quirk and feature or weird thing. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but you can pull this lever down and you're like, oh, I want to adjust the steering wheel. Okay, well there goes the whole gauge cluster. Isn't that weird? So I don't know if I like that. I know why they did it. They say because they want it to be for racing, and when you're using the racing, have this, like where the steering wheel is, that's where the gauge is. I just think that's so funny that they did that. Nissan does this on other cars. I think they do it on the Nissan Rogue and maybe the Altima. I know that they do it on another car, but I just think that, I don't know why they did this. Comment down below. Do you guys think that's cool, or do you think it's weird that the whole thing goes up and down? But that's number 3. I just think it's... All right, so number 4. So we don't like the, 1, we don't like the headlights. 2, we don't really, I don't care for the seats. They're kind of goofy. 3, it's funny that the cluster goes up and down like that. This one is something that Nissan didn't do. That's why I don't like this car. They made a convertible, and then they made a coupe. But they didn't make a Targa. They should have made a Targa. Google this. Next time you do, type in Targa 350Z or T-top. Someone made it where they cut this off right here to here. It looks insane. That would have been so cool. I love this car. I love this car. I want this one. But Targa tops are amazing. So if they would have done this car just like this, I know it takes away the rigidity, but if they would have done it where you could just pop this off and then throw it in the back of there instead of making like the drop top that they did, that would have been so awesome. So I wish they would have done a version of that with this car. I mean, you could custom do it, but a Targa would have been so cool on this car. I would have really liked it. All right, I really love that this is naturally aspirated. I really love the engine on this. I really love the way it picks up. I like everything about it. Just the last thing is kind of a funny thing. So it's pretty torquey, to be honest. I feel like this car's pretty torquey, but when you rev it all the way up and then you shift a gear, when you shift a gear, it feels faster. I don't like cars that are like that. I like cars that are like my K20s and Ks. Or even some turbochargers. My Evo is that way. So when you run my Evo all the way up to the red line, it actually feels a little bit slower, but then when you grab a next gear, it feels quick again. So the initial hit of boost on the Evo is great. The initial torque on this car is great. But as you wind it up through the power band, it's good. Just at the very top, it's faster when you shift another gear. I like cars that it gets more exciting and more exhilarating as you get top towards the RPM. On the CELICA, it goes 100 horsepower, 140 horsepower, and then right at the top is where you get like 180 horsepower. That's really exciting. K-Series, same thing. I love that. Supra, same thing. The Supra, the more you spool, the more exciting, the more horsepower it gets. Right at the very top of the power band, if you look at a dyno sheet, that's where the max power is. I like that. this is just like my Evo, honestly, just like my stock Evo. And it's not a horrible thing, it's just, it feels quick, really quick and fast. So if you get a passenger in it and you're like, let's go, it feels quick there, but as the car revs all the way to the top, it doesn't pitter patter out, it's just level. I like it where, because on this car it goes like that. On my other cars, they kind of go and then up like that. This one just kind of goes up and then over, just like the Evo. So it's not a bad thing, but you don't really need to fix it. It's a great driver's car. That's one thing, it's hard, I'm pulling for this one. I love this car, I love the engine on it, everything on it. I just couldn't find another reason, to be honest. So those are 5 things that I hate about this car. And make sure to hit the like button, make sure to check out Weststate Motorsports. I hope you guys enjoyed these reviews. I really enjoy making them. It's so fun driving other cars and then just my own. That being said, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this, subscribe for all my cars on my channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Real quick, this is a 370Z. They also have this in the inventory, so if you want this car, it's available too. Look at the seats. Remember I was telling you guys about the seats? Look how much better these are. Way better. Way better. They fixed that issue. That's awesome.